Some breaking news this morning. The Columbia University janitors who were held against their will by the anti-Israel protesters at Columbia University last spring have filed a lawsuit accusing their captors of battery, assault, and conspiracy to violate their civil rights. Now, this new lawsuit has been filed in federal court on behalf of Columbia janitors Mario Torres and Lester Wilson. These janitors in their lawsuit allege that more than 40 Columbia University students, some of whom were later arrested by New York City police, quote, terrorized, end quote, both of them on the morning of April 30th, during which they assaulted and battered them and held them against their will, and also derided them as, quote, Jew lovers, end quote, and Zionists. Both men say that they've been struggling emotionally ever since, and that they've been diagnosed with PTSD, according to the lawsuit. Neither of these men have been able to return to work, and according to the lawsuit, they're subsisting on workers' compensation payments. Now, according to this lawsuit filed in federal court, most of these anti-Israel protesters wore masks and hoods to conceal their identities during the takeover of Hamilton Hall, during which these janitors were held captive against their will. And according to the lawsuit, these hoods and masks were, quote, reminiscent of the Ku Klux Klan, end quote. The court filing goes on to say that these protesters, quote, are part of a broad pro-Hamas anti-Semitic network of organizations, groups, and cells that are connected through a largely untraceable underground communication system. They promote and resort to violent and illegal tactics and are motivated by invidious discrimination against Jews and supporters of Jews, end quote. Interestingly, the suit also says that these masked rioters approached Torres and told him he had to leave Hamilton Hall. And he says that they, quote, pressed a roll of cash into his hand and said, "This is bigger than you," end quote. After Torres refused to leave Hamilton Hall, the rioters allegedly, quote, became more violent and threatening, end quote, and held him against their will along with the other janitor, and chastised him for being, quote, a Jew lover, end quote, and a Zionist, according to the lawsuit. When these men tried to escape, they found all of the exit points blocked off. Of course, the NYPD later came into that building, arrested many of the protesters. After the fact, investigators found swarms of anti-Semitic materials, including swastikas. I'll be staying on this lawsuit story, and I'll have more for you soon.